Excellent. Well, we're going to stick with the Daves. We're going to stick with 3D. Dave Gosh, I lead global sales and solutions for ScopeAR, joined by Greg Scott, who runs our air defense business as well as medical equipment. We are an industrial software company focusing on 3D visual knowledge, but with the secret sauce of using augmented reality. Our objective today is simply, we're looking for target programs to continue expanding our footprint in the industry and work with your innovation teams to realize new forms of productivity, quality. So this is absolutely an operations play. Next slide. So imagine for a moment, what if all of your operational people, those in the manufacturing floor, out in the field, what if they had the knowledge already to do anything they needed, regardless of the domain, and had that information available? So that is the mission next of ScopeAR, is basically digitizing and bringing immersive experiences to these individuals as they're doing work or from a training perspective. Next slide. So my background, actually, I'm a career industrial technologist. And coming to AR, what this meant for me is instead of making better machines and control systems, it's all about the people now, helping people do work better and provide new efficiencies to those operations. Our founding team, which is on the left here, you've got a CEO who wrote the first software stack, a chief customer officer who's a global curling champion out of Canada, and a creative services VP who is a well-known sports documentarian. Next. So the problems that we're looking at, again, operational efficiency, to do with as assemblies and manufacturing becomes more complex, especially with the addition of composites, massive amounts of epoxy-based fasteners. How do you avoid rework? How do you stay efficient? And then, like everything with industrial operations, it's about insights, it's about traceability. Next. So let's take a look at these different layers. Training, I mentioned, building things, maintaining them in the field. Let's go. Next. So for example, Lockheed Martin, able to achieve 0 errors on every program that they've launched using augmented reality, uses a combination of wearable devices. As you can see, there's a Microsoft HoloLens here, as well as mobile phones, tablets, massive reductions in efficiency. And Lockheed today has over 30 content authors licensed, as well as thousands of end users. Next. Other companies, Johnson & Johnson, they've gone digital on training, launched their latest medical arthroscopic surgery robot using all AR for training for their field team. Next. And lastly, Danaher, again, digital training, unable to travel during COVID, massive cost savings, both from internal travel as well as customer support. Next. So across the board, we're working with, tend to be the monsters in the industry, aerospace defense, many different types of manufacturing, as well as life sciences, medical equipment. Next. So how do we do this? Our software is called WorkLink. In fact, you can go to App Store of choice, download WorkLink by ScopeAR, touch on demos. You'll see about half a dozen demos there. There's actually 2 personalities to the user side of the app. One is these prepared work instructions, being able to work autonomously and have traceable work, as well as this remote connection side, which is real time. How do you tap your experts who, instead of having to go to the factory floor maybe to deal with a quality problem, can be at their desk, can be remote, and we're basically amplifying those experts. Next. All right, next. Okay, so there's a video in the deck, which you can check out after, but that's okay. Let's just keep going. So as you saw in some of those examples, we're basically, like on the left here, we're adding holograms to existing assets, helping people understand what to do next. where to put their hands, how to unconnect something, how to assemble something, grab the right connectors to assemble. What's surprising though is the majority of the value is extracted through these other modes where you can literally change the mode, put an entire asset in front of you. This is a 3D printer here in the middle. And so now you can experience an asset. So think about having thousands of field people being able to train without a device, without a lab, without a training lab, or to be able to immerse themselves in a 3D experience right on an airplane before making a field call. Next.
30-second warning.
Thank you. Perfect timing. So what you're seeing here is this then ability to create these new experiences. This is a new medium. Take that CAD, convert it into meaningful visuals, execute those instructions, be able to connect and amplify experts, and of course, analyze what's happening after the fact. Next. Our secret sauce. This is a new medium. Getting this content created by the masses. So your tech pubs people, your operational instructional people, we've solved the problem of a very intuitive no-code environment that is also extremely capable. This is what's enabling these major companies like Lockheed, Northrop, Oshkosh Defense to scale. Next. So we're here, our expertise is available for you. As mentioned, we're looking for on-target programs, more Lockheed Martin, more Sierra Nevada, Oshkosh, you name it. Those are the types of programs we're looking to engage with. Open to questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dave. All right, the floor is now open. Feel free. Joseph, you're up.
Hey, thanks so much. Really impressive. And I love the AR videos really lend themselves to a presentation. It's great. Curious if you have a real world example of how long that create process takes, starting with nothing, building your instruction manuals, training your users, organizing all your experts, and then going from nothing to up and running.
Yeah. First off, I'll send you our aerospace defense deck if you hit me offline. We have examples from Lockheed Martin where that's how they document ROI. So we spent 8 hours creating this experience and we saved 4 shifts on the production line. And that's for like early assembly. Typically, once somebody's up to speed on this, which may be about a 1-month process, they're making new experiences each week. Which is really common across medical and defense. And obviously, these are like making movies. You can make a quick one in 1 minute, or you can spend months on that movie. But the efficiency is the key to scale here. That constant cost of acquisition of the medium. It's too quiet.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to hog, but I can ask. I do have other questions. Curious what your business model looks like. So we've got some hardware. We've got onboarding, of course, is going to be probably the lengthiest process right up front. You've got ongoing support, and you're trying to scale your user base. Just from your perspective, where's the what's the biggest revenue driver on your side, and where are you trying to scale?
It does come down to, well, 2 things. One is landing new programs. The other is scaling those programs. So getting a number of, especially in aerospace defense, our clients then author everything. They deploy on premise. So being able to scale those teams, we tend to do a lot of workshops, training, and have really intimate relationships with those clients. On the adoption side, it's, this is still a new medium. It's not always recognized as an enterprise level, an investment that's going to save money. So there's a lot of proof points in proof of value and proof of experience from the teams that will need to implement it.